Let me begin this story by introducing myself. My name is Lena, and I would like to think that I am a strong and independent woman. I grew up in an orphanage that smelled of dust, silence, and stories no one wanted to tell. I used to think being alone made me strong. I learned to survive, to smile through locked doors and whispered secrets. I never believed in fairy tales, not really, until I met Thomas. It all began in a coffee shop. He came along, Thomas, a smile that warmed my heart, and eyes that made you feel like the only soul that ever mattered. He sat beside me. We started talking and he made me laugh so much. He made me feel secure. In his arms, the world was quiet. For the first time, I wasn't running. I thought I'd found something real. Love, safety. I was really happy after a long time in my life. Then one day he proposed me. He said he's mine forever, as if he knew how short it would be. The ruby in that ring glowed like blood, and I mistook it for passion. I didn't see the ghost behind his smile. Not yet. Madly in love, one day I accompanied him to his family estate. The Blackwell estate stood like a wound on the earth, old, cold, and alive in the wrong ways. There was a part of the land he wouldn't let me near. Past the trees, past the old statues, I saw few graves, felt like they were screaming my name. A place the light didn't touch. Never go there, he said. So I didn't. Not then. First night in the estate, I woke to silence, but not the peaceful kind. The air felt wrong too heavy, like the room itself was holding its breath. And then I saw her, at the foot of my bed. She stood, drenched, broken. Her wedding gown clung to her like wet skin. Her face was hidden beneath a curtain of soaked hair, but I could feel her eyes on me. She whispered. He said I'd be his forever, but forever came in flames. In the morning, I told Thomas about the woman I saw, the dress, the whisper. He said, "You are dreaming, love. This house is old. It plays tricks in the dark." Other night, I heard strange voices and whispers along the hallway, as if they were trying to convey something. There was pain in their voices, which I can feel. They came to me first in whispers, a flicker in the mirror, a breath against my ear. 6 women, veiled in sorrow, each more broken than the last. They didn't scream. They begged. They begged to free them. I gathered courage and slept somehow. I saw in my dream that Thomas was with a woman. He kissed her, then plunged the knife onto her side and killed her. She was still smiling when the pain hit. I tried waking up but found myself powerless. It felt like it was happening before my very eyes. Suddenly, I was outside the mansion and I saw another woman in her bright red wedding gown. This one didn't speak. Not at first. Her voice came from beneath. She said, "I woke up in a coffin, scratching, screaming." He heard me out and walked away. She clawed at the lid until her fingers broke. Her silence is the loudest of them all. I knew something was not right. More concerning for me was the reaction I got from Thomas, which said, "Everything is perfect." That night, I waited until Thomas was asleep. I followed the whispers. I had to see what he was hiding. They lead me to the basement. The door groaned open like it hadn't moved in years. I should have turned back, but I didn't. Behind a rusted shelf, hidden in the stone, was another door. A secret room, carved into the earth like a tomb. The room smelled of mold and blood. On the table, a diary, thick, bound in cracked leather. His name etched on the cover, Thomas Blackwell. It wasn't just him. His father, his grandfather, generations of Blackwell men, all part of the same ritual. 7 wives, 7 souls, sacrificed to feed the souls of ancestors. He'd already taken 6. I was meant to be the 7th, the final offering. After reading this, I was shattered. I couldn't let him know I'd seen the truth. Not yet. Not until I had a way out. I wrote down everything. The diary, the names, the altar, the empty portrait frame waiting for me. I packed slowly. One dress, a little cash, nothing that would make noise. Every step, every breath had to be silent. He still kissed me goodnight, still smiled that same smile, but I saw it now, the monster beneath his skin. I wouldn't be the seventh. I wouldn't end up in that ground. Tomorrow night, I'd run, and I'd never look back. He made dinner that night, set the table like nothing was wrong. 2 glasses of wine, one for him, one for me. I saw the way he watched me, not like a man in love, like a butcher waiting for the animal to lie still. He said, "To us, my darling, forever starts tonight." I smiled, I raised my glass, and I let the seductive touch my lips, but not my throat. I pretended to be unconscious. He led me down into the earth, to that room, soaked in blood and time. The altar was ready, the portraits watched from the walls. "You are always meant to be the final one, the 7th flame," he said. I pretended to faint, so he placed me on the ritual bed, and as soon as he turned to light the final candle, I ran. I ran through the dark, through centuries of screams etched into stone. I ran with every ounce of life I had left. I didn't know where I was going, only that the forest swallowed the mansion behind me, and the dead called me forward. The burial ground, the place he warned me never to enter, the place where the others waited. He screamed, "Lena, you can't run from this. You belong to me. You think they can hurt me? They're dead. I own them. And you'll be dead soon," he said. But he followed. He stepped onto cursed soil, and the earth remembered every sin he buried here. "Finally, you've come." Voices screamed from the earth. They rose from the ground one by one, the 6. He thought he silenced, burned, drowned, broken, each one wearing the death he gave them. Voices screamed, "You promised me forever. You buried me in cold dirt. You made me watch the others die." They didn't want mercy. They wanted him to feel everything, and he did. Before they dragged him beneath the soil, he made their prison. They didn't just kill him. They peeled him from existence. Every lie, every scream, every promise, torn from his soul like skin from bone. And when it was done, there was nothing left, no bones, no name, no more Thomas Blackwell. I don't know how I survived. Maybe it was luck. Maybe it was the ghosts who still remembered what it meant to be human. They were once like me, hopeful, trusting, in love. He turned that love into death. But in the end, they found their voice, and they saved me.